Okay, as we enter into a fresh new week of trade, let's take a look at what's happened in the global markets over the weekend. Now, the United States saw futures slip slightly, just barely, but there was a slip nonetheless. The Dow was down 5 points, and the Nasdaq and S&P futures were also marginally lower. Now, this is because the main stimulus bill, the lenders, or rather the leaders, have failed to approve a larger stimulus bill for the United States. As a result of that, Trump has issued a bunch of executive orders instead. These will give student loan payments extensions till 2020, expanded unemployment benefits, extension of federal moratorium on eviction and payroll tax holiday. Unfortunately, the US families that were supposed to get a check of $600 will now only be getting a check of $400 per week. And that comes as a slight disappointment to a lot of people who may be jobless right now. However, just on Friday, we had better than expected jobs data overall compared to previous months, or rather compared to what the estimates said. Now, Asia markets, Japan is closed today for a holiday. Korea is really shining. You have Samsung and LG up 3 and 2%. So that's dragging that index higher. Automakers Hyundai and Kia are also up 8 and 4% respectively. So that's really driving the Kospi, which is up around 0.5%. Australia, ASX 200 is up 0.66%. The financials here are really outperforming. The heavily weighted financial index is up 1.39%. All your Commonwealth Bank of Australia, Westpac, etc. are leading the move over there. European stocks are a bit cautious. They waited for the US federal jobs report, which was better than estimates, but slightly muted given to what we saw in previous months. The Stoxx 600 as a result hovered just above the flatline. Banks were leading the losses at 1.3% and industrials were bucking the trend, up 0.7%. Finally, coming to oil now. Oil prices are facing headwind on the back of demand concerns as the US cases continue to surge. Brent fell around almost $1 or 1.7% to 44. WTI fell 67 cents or 1.6% to around $41 per barrel. So Brent is still on a weekly gain for 2% and WTI is on a weekly gain for 2% as well. But based on the latest price action, we've seen a bit of a cool off as the cases have really surged. And finally, for gold, gold also retreated 2% on Friday, snapping its record rally. Spot gold fell 1.4%, to 2,034 per ounce. And then this was after hitting a record high of 2,072 per ounce. It's added 3% so far in the week gone by for what could be its now 9th straight week of weekly gains. But finally, there's been a bit of a tapering off, but still firmly above 2,000. So gold has done very well, and US gold futures settled 2% lower at $2,028 per ounce.